So when COVID did hit in what, March, I guess middle of March is when the world started, or the United States started seeing COVID as something that we need to take very seriously. How quickly did the team at Gather start to be like, okay, we need to have a plan on this? When did you guys start to see some of those businesses that you mentioned, like, hey, like we're teetering, staying on or not? Like, how did that whole thing go down?
Yeah, I'd say, early March is when we started feeling it, but around like March 15th, 16th, it seems like that's kind of the date for everybody, but that's what really sticks in my mind of like, oh, this is not just a little thing. This is going to be much bigger. And I think it's still evolving. I mean, we're still trying to figure out what's going on with it. But we had a meeting pretty quickly of what can we do? How can we keep our members safe? We have a lot of people ask us, well, you're a communal space and you have people gather. How are you managing this? And we have done quite a bit to make sure that we are safe for our members. And we've added things and taken away things that were a little bit more communal. And, we switched to virtual events and did what we needed to do. I think that's the benefit of a small business when, it's all hands on deck and everybody can pivot pretty quickly. That also means it all falls on you. You don't have this big headquarters telling you how to manage and handle things. But at the same time, we all have the attitude, all right, this is happening. What can we do? And so we have tried to adapt as quickly and as safely as possible, and also work to make sure our message of how we're handling things is getting out there, which has obviously been a new marketing effort so that people feel safe still coming in.
Yeah, I mean, to me, safety is the thing that's always in question with all of this, right? Where people are, well, is it safe for me to go there? Should I do this? Should I do that? And so how have you rolled that out? You just tell your members? Do you then market that things are clean too? Because at the beginning of this, that March 16th date that you said, you had a lot of people mass blast them, like, and it seemed like it was a copy and paste job of what people were doing. Like, hey, we're safe, we're clean, we're doing all this extra stuff. Did you do? And by the way, it like literally was like the same stuff that everyone was saying. And there was 2 people that were sick at that point, not however many people are sick at this point. And so are you, or have been infected with the virus? I don't know if sick is the right word. Who knows? But so how have you kind of let the world know, let your customers know, and those target prospects out there that, hey, like, this is what we're doing. This is how we're making sure things are good so that you are safe when you come in here. Because I think that's the number one thing that everyone would be frightened about is should I go and is it going to be safe?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've done a number of the things that I think a lot of businesses have. We definitely put in some safety measures and alerted our members every other week about what we were doing. So we got hospital grade air filters for our communal areas. We took away our coffee stations, made them more touch free. We've put social distancing signs up. We've been enforcing it. We give out masks. If you don't have one, don't worry, we've got one for you. So we've done a number of things. We also have a page on our website that we put together to let people know how we were addressing things. And, the tough part is everybody feels a little bit differently about it, and that's okay. We're, as a country and really in the world, we're still trying to figure out what's going on. So we're just doing as much as we can to be safe. We follow all of the governor's guidelines and we try to communicate that. So when people come in for tours, we let them know what we're doing ahead of time. We also check in with them and make sure that they feel safe about things. And then we've still held some small events that are social and distance in our community to make sure that our members are still getting value, because we want to make sure that they still feel good about their membership, and that can be a challenge right now. So we did have to move some events to virtual, and then I think everybody kind of got tired of virtual events, and so now we're kind of doing half virtual, half non. But we did do some targeted marketing to let people know, and we're still doing targeted marketing to let people know how we're addressing it.
Yeah, I just looked. It was March 12th was the startup night that we did at Gather.
Yes.
And that was like the last hurrah before everything shut down for a while.
That was a Thursday, and then I think that was the day that the NBA player, the whole NBA went down.
Mm-hmm.
And then the 13th, and then so that would have been 14, 15. So 16th would have been that Monday. That seems so long ago, though.
I know, that's what I was about to say. It seems like ages ago.
It's been like 6 months.